The night of November 26, 2008, forever etched itself into the memory of Mumbai, India. A bustling metropolis known for its vibrancy and spirit found itself under siege. Gunfire shattered the peace. Explosions ripped through iconic landmarks. The 26/11 Mumbai attacks were a brutal assault on innocent lives. For 3 long days and nights, the world watched in horror as terrorists held the city hostage. The Taj Mahal Palace Hotel became a blazing inferno. The Oberoi Trident Hotel echoed with the sounds of gunfire and screams. The Chhatrapati Shivaji terminus became a killing field. The Leopold Cafe was sprayed with bullets. Nariman House, a Jewish community centre, was stormed. The attackers, a group of 10 young men, moved with chilling precision. They were instruments of a meticulously planned operation by Lashkar-e-Taiba. The 26/11 attacks were a wake-up call for the world. They left an indelible scar on Mumbai's psyche. They claimed the lives of 166 people and injured hundreds more. The attacks were a turning point in India's fight against terrorism. They led to a significant revamp of the country's security apparatus. The attacks had far-reaching implications for global security. They highlighted the use of Pakistan as a safe haven for terrorists, and they underscored the need for greater international cooperation in combating terrorism. The investigation into the 26/11 attacks unveiled a sinister plot, hatched years in advance, involving a complex web of players. At the heart of this conspiracy were 2 individuals whose backgrounds and motivations would prove crucial in understanding the attacks: David Coleman Headley and Tahawwur Hussain Rana. David Headley, born Dawood Sayed Gilani in Washington, D.C., to a Pakistani father and an American mother, was a man of contradictions. He attended a prestigious military school in Pakistan, yet he developed a fascination with drugs and crime. He joined a militant group in Pakistan, but later became an informant for the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, or DEA. Headley's ability to move seamlessly between worlds, his fluency in both Western and Eastern cultures, made him the perfect double agent. Tahawwur Rana, a Pakistani-Canadian, ran an immigration consultancy firm in Chicago. A childhood friend of Headley's from their days at the Pakistani military school, Rana provided a veneer of legitimacy to Headley's activities. He used his business as a cover for Headley's travels, allowing him to move freely and scout targets without arousing suspicion. The duo's paths converged again in the mid-2000s, this time under the ominous banner of Lashkar-e-Taiba. Headley, drawn to the group's extremist ideology, became a key operative, tasked with gathering intelligence and conducting reconnaissance for future attacks. Rana, motivated by a combination of friendship, ideology, and perhaps greed, provided logistical support and a safe haven for Headley. Their collaboration was a match made in the shadowy world of terrorism. Headley, the charismatic chameleon, used his Western looks and American passport to infiltrate Indian society. Rana, the savvy businessman, provided the financial and logistical backbone for Headley's operations. The 26/11 Mumbai attacks were not the work of a rogue group acting alone. They were the product of a sophisticated and well-funded terrorist organization, Lashkar-e-Taiba, operating with the alleged support of elements within Pakistan's intelligence agency, the Inter-Services Intelligence, or ISI. LIT, meaning Army of the Pure, is a jihadist group founded in Pakistan in the 1980s with the aim of fighting Indian rule in Kashmir. The group, designated as a terrorist organization by several countries, including the United States, India, and the United Kingdom, has been responsible for numerous attacks, primarily in India. LET's involvement in the 26/11 attacks went beyond mere inspiration. The group provided the attackers with training, weapons, funding, and logistical support. The attackers communicated with LET handlers throughout the siege, receiving instructions and encouragement. The level of sophistication and coordination displayed in the 26/11 attacks pointed to a high degree of planning and external support. India has long accused Pakistan's ISI of providing support to LET, an allegation denied by Islamabad. However, evidence suggests that elements within the ISI may have played a role in the planning and execution of the attacks. The ISI, Pakistan's premier intelligence agency, has a long history of involvement with militant groups operating in the region. The agency has been accused of using these groups as proxies to advance Pakistan's strategic interests in Afghanistan and India. While the exact nature and extent of ISI involvement in the 26/11 attacks remain a subject of debate, the attacks highlighted the dangers of state sponsorship of terrorism. They also underscored the need for Pakistan to dismantle the infrastructure of terrorism within its borders, a demand made repeatedly by India and the international community. And security agencies. The attackers underwent rigorous training. They were trained in marine warfare, bomb-making and close combat. This training was meticulously designed to prepare them for the chaos they were about to unleash on Mumbai. Their handlers ensured they were equipped with the skills and the mindset needed for a prolonged siege. The attackers were briefed on their targets, the layout of the city, and the potential challenges they might face. This was no ordinary training. It was specialized, intense, and brutal. On the night of November 26, 2008, Mumbai was plunged into terror. The attackers arrived by sea and split into groups, each with a specific target. They struck at iconic locations: the Taj Mahal Palace Hotel, the Oberoi Trident, Nariman House, and the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus. Gunfire erupted and explosions rocked the city. The attackers moved swiftly, leaving a trail of devastation in their wake. The city was under siege and the world watched in horror. In the aftermath, it became clear that there had been significant intelligence failures. There were missed signals and warnings that went unheeded. Despite prior alerts about a possible maritime attack, the threat was not taken seriously enough. The attackers exploited these lapses and the consequences were devastating. The incident exposed vulnerabilities in the intelligence and security apparatus, prompting a re-evaluation of protocols and strategies. And practices today.